Our topic is how wireless works, radio frequency characteristics. The purpose of this one is to understand the characteristics or how the radio frequency behave in our environment. The first one is gain. The definition of gain is an increase in RF radio frequency signal amplitude. Gain is measured in dB. You can increase the gain of your signal by inputting amplifier, and another increase in gain is if the radio frequency move or bounce to the other object and increases the amplitude. Loss. This is the opposite of gain, decrease in radio frequency signal. You can reduce the loss of your signal. Some some organization use an attenuator. The purpose of that device is to decrease the too much power of the output of the radio of the device. Um, Another thing causes loss is about the surroundings, how the frequency works in our surroundings, and the long distance communication, usually radio frequency has the loss. Reflection. The definition of this one is when a radio frequency wave is struck in a large object. Imagining and if you're facing on a mirror, that concept is look like in a radio frequency. You can see about on this picture, it bounce on an object. Refraction, bending of the radio frequency wave as it passes through the something different density. Example of this one is a long distance communication and it pass in front or between the river. Um, the frequency will refract according to this picture, and the problem is this one is the signal will going to decrease or move in other direction because it refract on a different density. Diffraction, when a radio frequency wave bends as it passes around the large object. Example of this one is if you observe on the pool and there's an object on this on on the pool, and when you try to when the a water moves, and you can see that the wave will going to follow the object. Imagine on the lake, if there's an object on the lake and or in the river, the wave will diffract and back after that object. You can see this diagram, it's look like that. It's scattering when a radio frequency bends at space around a small object. S- Oh, you can see this one is when the when the radio frequency bounce on a small object like rocks, sand, the radio frequency scatters and sometimes automatically the frequency is lost. Absorption, when the radio frequency is absorbed by the material. Example of this one is a concrete wall. When you when radio frequency broadcast and the wall will going automatically absorb the signal, and the other side you cannot receive any signal, radio frequency signal. Thank you. I hope you learned something on my simple presentation. Thank you.